nurse leader, do you have some high achieving employees who need a little bit more than just a hint of encouragement to take off what they're doing and they're just taking over the unit and building trust? When you sit down with these employees to do one-to-ones, they're looking for a little bit more than just a routine check-in. And these staff are going to need a little bit more actionable feedback from you, meaningful praise and guidance. And these employees, they are on a trajectory for success, and they may even take your job in the future. And these are important jobs, so we better make sure that they have the skills and the tools that they need to be successful. So in this video, we're going to be talking about specific items that you should be talking about in your one-to-ones with your high-achieving staff. So if you need some guidance and some inspiration or a swift kick in the butt to figure out how to get it all together, then you better listen up because we're going to tell you everything that you need to know about this.
I'm Taresa,
and I'm Cindy,
who are on our journey to help other nurse leaders avoid some of the mistakes that we have seen and made ourselves, unfortunately. And we just believe in elevating nurse leaders to create dynamic, high-performing, cohesive teams that will lead to improving patient outcomes and us to have a happier, more satisfied staff.
Yes, exactly.
We want to keep them.
We do.
Turnover sucks.
Yes. So first of all, let's take a minute to congratulate you. If you have some high achieving employees, that is just such a blessing and a gift. So give a little gratitude for these outstanding employees that you have in the first place. I'm telling you, if I have a handful of highly motivated employees, I can do anything. Let's just give a shout out for good job on hiring them, or even if you inherited them, don't waste what you have. These are incredible tools.
We're going to break this down, and these principles will help you leverage those high asset employees to make sure that the employee and you both get the most out of your working relationship. One thing to consider, though, make sure you're not overutilizing these people.
Oh, yeah. It's really easy to take this tool and just, make them a workhorse. I remember actually one of my old supervisors told me she thought that it was a compliment that her supervisor had said, you're a workhorse and we work a workhorse. And that is not the right attitude to take with these people because that's a surefire way to lose trust, have them burn out, and just essentially waste that tool that you have. So let's get into it.
The first one we're talking about is going to be praise. Make it specific and detailed for these people. You can't get by as easily with oh, good job. Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
It needs to be thank you for,
Yes.
Good job for, and very specific. They already know that they're excellent or they have some confidence built from some of the things they've already done. So they're not looking for that simple stuff anymore. They need their actions praised, not just their character. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but praising someone's character over the actions they're doing, They want to see that what they're doing has the positive output. So, for example, I really appreciate how you helped Sammy get caught up to better understand the pharmacokinetics of pressors she was running on her patient. You really demonstrate what it means to be a team player. It sounds much better than thank you for being a team player.
Yep. I used to have a manager who used to always say, Cindy, you're doing such an awesome job. You're doing so good. And honestly, it felt like a slap in the face. It felt like I was being patronized a little bit, if you know what I mean. But if my manager is like, hey, you did this really good job in that meeting and you created that cool dynamic. And I really like how you curveballed that thing that somebody was going on a tangent and you looped them right back in. That type of feedback is so much more meaningful to me personally, and I think it goes that way for a lot of people. The second principle is feedback. So your high achieving employees actually want feedback, and they don't want just the good stuff. They're high achievers because they look for that. They're always trying to challenge themselves. They know that they're on a growth trajectory, and they want that feedback so that they can continue to grow. So when you're giving that feedback, you want to make sure that you're giving it specific items that are going to help them grow and align with their plan for whatever they believe is success. So, like if you have an employee who's an oversharer, maybe they talk too much about their personal life at home, and that's actually impacting their ability to go into leadership because it's generating like a feeling that other people don't think that they can talk to them because they think they're going to share what they say to them. That's something that you can work on them with. And you can work together to say, let's come up with a strategy to help you work on this. And it needs to be a conversation where they're kind of trying to come up with the ideas and you might just really be tweaking and saying, why don't you try this? Or have you considered this? Do they take things too personally? Do you need to help them find a barrier where they realize that when things don't go well or when somebody gives you negative feedback, it's not usually about you, it's about the other person. And so, do you need to have some coaching to help them learn how to depersonalize some of those things? They need to work on their public speaking. This is a very common thing I think we see in aspiring nurse leaders, people that are in the front line that want to become better at leadership is, they may be a good charge nurse and they may be a good team player, but they just don't know how to run a team. They don't know how to run a meeting or a group setting, and they need some coaching on how to actually structure a meeting to create engagement, get good questions, and actually accomplish things.
Look for opportunities that will help this employee grow, not just giving them anything that you need done to get done. If it's something you already know they can do, it's not really giving them the opportunity to grow. This is that opportunity to burn them out. You're demoralizing them. You're giving them things just to do. They're a tool for you, essentially, which they are. But don't make them feel that way. Make them feel like they are having opportunities to become better, to grow.
Yeah, you want to try to find things that they're passionate about too, so that this is a bi-directional relationship. This isn't just what do I need from you. This is how can I help you as well. You want to help meet both of those needs together.
Yeah, like aligning those opportunities with their eventual end goals, like making sure they're in alignment with the places they want to go.
The last principle that we want to talk about is that we need to make sure that we're leaving plenty of time for discussion. Some of these high achieving one-to-ones, honestly, can just be very casual and it can just be a check-in. I was telling Taresa last night that my boss, my CNO, has a dedicated one-on-one meeting for me every week. And some weeks I don't need anything from her, but I like to go because I just love spending time with her. I love talking to her. I love picking her brain. She's really like my mentor and my supervisor. And so I really enjoy that time being with her. And your high achieving employees are often going to feel that way with you. They just want to have some of your time. So this doesn't always have to be super structured. And so make sure you have plenty of time for that. A lot of times this is an opportunity for them to bring things they're struggling with to you, and you can help them figure out how to do that. I have a lot of managers that I supervise. They come in and they're like, I don't know how to address this problem, or I'm having a conduct problem and I don't know which direction to go. And we can talk it through together and help them come up with a solution. And then always ask what they need from you. You're really, if you're being a servant leader, which I think we all want to believe that we are, then truly we need to be helping them by supporting them. And so whatever they think that they're going to need from you, you want to be able to open up the opportunity to talk about that and give them plenty of room and space so that you can lift them up to be their best selves. And, this is just going to reap benefits for everyone in the facility, including you. Even if they go on to be a different person, they go to a different area, they might go to a different part of the hospital, they might do something completely different. But when you have those strong relationships, they will always circle back and be a positive reward for you. You never know when you need to call somebody up in the women's clinic because you don't know what you're going to do with this lady and she needs some help and you can't get a hold of anybody at the front desk, and you can be like, I remember Shanda worked there and I am ready to go call her.
Or when they become a peer.
Yes.
Right, you're trying to grow these people. So maybe you grow this person and now they're a peer.
Yes.
And now you have this relationship and foundation to grow from.
Yeah.
So I think it's super cool. Some final thoughts is taking these 4 principles again: praise, feedback, opportunities, and leaving time for discussion. Those are your 4 key elements in setting up these one-to-ones with your high achieving staff or your leaders that you're overseeing. So some final thoughts. It's very easy to just plug and play on your high achievers into whatever task you need help with, giving them a pat on the back, saying thanks.
Good job. You're doing great.
Be careful not to waste these incredibly valuable assets. When you invest in these type of employees, they will pay it back tenfold. So the little extra effort and making it purposeful will help you meet and coach with these employees and make it worth both of your time.
Awesome. Yes, exactly. If you guys really enjoyed this video and you found it useful, and you're also wondering, how do I do a one-on-one with just my everyday staff and maybe I have a large team, we also have a video for giving one-to-ones when you have a large team. Check that out next, and we hope that you find this useful. And if you enjoyed these videos, please like and subscribe. It helps support us because we want to keep coming back and sharing all of our great lessons with you guys.
We do.